And we are live. Hey, everybody, welcome to Top 10 Things Disney Has Ever Done. This is Top 10 Collabothon Week. It's been going great. We've got 34 shows doing top 10s. We're in the middle of it. We still got, well, tonight and then this weekend. And I am excited because tonight, joining me is none other than, oh, one of them disappeared. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
where'd you go?
There she is. Leanne, Soda Girl, we have T-Town Mary Ellen, we have Road Trip Dave, who's the
What up?
and we have none other than my brother, Epcot Bob. And this is rare because he's in Minnesota right now.
I know.
He's not at
problem?
Epcot.
He's not at Epcot. So,
Hey.
well,
So I can see the chat here. Okay, good.
yeah, you can see the chat if you're on the PC. Well, hey, we got a great show. We got a lot of top 10s to go over. So, Dave, if you don't mind, could you welcome the chat?
Absolutely, Dean. All right, everybody. We're going to say hello to a lot of people here tonight. We got BDF in the house tonight. BDF, welcome aboard, my man. Rayleigh Creative Travel. Hey. What up, man? Good to have you here. The Live Place is here. How about that?
What do you know?
What do you know? Texas Takes Ed, the man, is here. By the way, let me give Texas Takes a shout out. He sent me a $25 PayPal during my stream last night. So Ed, hats off to you, brother. Thank you so much for that. I gave him a personal email, but I wanted to give him a public shout out. T-Town Mary Ellen is in the chat and in the house. Go figure. And so is Leanne too. Soda Travels is here as well. Rob Fuzz, my man, my partner in crime. One of my partners in crime is here. Welcome aboard, man. Nathan Rita is here as well. Welcome aboard, Nathan. I think we got it. I think we got everybody in the house so far.
Magnificent Germany with Darren is here as well. Yes. All right.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I missed him. My bad.
Nope, no problem. Hey, all right. Well, thank you. So, guys, you guys know what it's all about. We're doing top 10s. We're just going to go around the horn here. If you guys want to in the chat, just go ahead and post what you like, things Disney has ever done from the time they started back in the 20s or 30s or whatever it was until now. These are the greatest things Disney has ever done. We're focusing on the positive, sort of. So, all right. So we're going to go around the circle here. And Leanne, I am going to put you on the spot. You are going first.
Well, I was just thinking, I didn't get into Disney until about 2008. So I don't know very much far back behind that. But my number one that I picked, top thing that I think Disney has ever done, it's not in a particular order, but the Disney Institute. I love that they created the Disney Institute, which gives Disney leadership principles, teaches business excellence, teaches great customer service. I just think that's an awesome program that they have developed.
And you've been to it?
Well, no. I didn't get to go to it, but I was enrolled. But I let Rob Fuzz, which is in the house.
Oh my gosh! Was that because of COVID that you couldn't go?
It's because I had to start a new job and I couldn't.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Sorry, Leanne.
Well, that's fine.
I gotta keep track of everybody's life story.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. I think the thing about the Disney Institute that impressed me, because I was actually looking to work for Disney when I was in college. I was thinking about doing one of those things, and that was very very much the Disney Institute. Actually, it gave everybody good ethical business principles that really carried throughout at least what I saw from the 80s, 90s, and into the 2000s. So
yeah. Mary Ellen.
Okay, I'm going to start off the gate a little bit controversial. It's okay. It's not bad. I'm going to start with initiating the concept of having a shuttle to and from the airport. I know that's going away.
T-Town Mary Ellen's rant.
Yeah.
But when they did initiate it, it really was helpful for those who were coming in town and didn't want to have to rent a car. And you started off your trip from the airport experiencing Disney from the get-go.
Yeah.
And they made you feel like you're already immersed by the time you got off the plane and started towards your hotel. So the shuttle to me was something that was very, very cool. And now it's not. So what if they come up with the train system, whatever the new system's going to be, whatever, that's fine. But I appreciated the shuttle.
That was my number 10, as well, Mary Ellen. So
That was on my list too.
What's interesting about you guys is that because like you guys are all from the Midwest, and so you guys you value that because you're flying in there. That did not make my top 10 because I've never ridden it.
Oh, wow.
I've always driven.
You never had that experience. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's cool about it, and Bob, you get off your plane, you don't think about your luggage. You walk down there, and a nice Disney cast member says, there's like 15 different lines to get into, and there's just something about that convenience. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think the arrival is glorious. There's nothing quite like it, and so I'm going to kind of miss that. It's even though renting a car is fine too, but there was something special about getting on the Magical Express. So yeah, that one, of all the stuff that Disney's done, I kind of went, okay, well, it's all right. When I saw that, I went, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No more Tragical Express either. I always hated seeing that door knocker on my door saying,
That's
it's
true.
time. They're going to pick you up at this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say the one thing that's probably better about that though is that you're not doing the driving yourself and depressed while you're on while you're driving on I-4 and you're seeing everything pull away. You're like, why am I driving away? Why am I driving away?
Yeah.
That's great, Rafa.
Opposite of a Vegas vacation, people come very excited, but they leave extremely hating it. Whereas you don't want to leave Disney. Sorry. Bob.
I like what Rob said right there. Top things Disney has ever done with putting all of us together. I like that.
I like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Okay. So I'll go. And first I want to say hi to Nathan Rada. He said hi. And Ed, Texas Takes, and the man, Rob Fuzz. And I don't know how I see these comments. I don't know how I put a comment in. So maybe you have to do it separately.
StreamYard. Yeah, you have to do it.
Okay.
Separately.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm using my phone to tether, so I can't do that. Anyway, so instead of going from my least top 10 to my best, I'm going to kind of drive down from the biggest down to kind of the nitty gritty. And so, and I'll just give me a reason why. Number one, Disneyland itself. And the reason why is because that's Walt's idea to make something that was just more than an amusement park is really what kicked the whole thing off. So to me, the first one I'm going to say is just the whole idea of Disneyland, a place where young and adult can come and just enjoy themselves and completely immerse themselves in the experience.
Wow.
So Bob, is that now you don't have any in particular order? That's just one of the top 10 that you got?
Right. Well, yeah, like I say, I'm driving down from the big to the small. When I get to the smallest one, you'll all understand.
Because I got that number 6 on my list as well. Disneyland was created and opened in 1955, and
I say, I don't mean it's the least. It's just I'm driving down.
So. But that's got to make the top 10. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe that didn't get in my top 10. It did not.
What?
I didn't even think of it.
Blasphemy! You need. Just kidding.
I know. All right.
Oh man. So is it my turn now?
It is.
All right. So we're starting. I'm starting out from DS and going down to Uno. So DS is I thought this the top 10 things that Disney's ever done. This had to make it in the list, in my opinion. Creation of the first cartoon to feature synchronized sound, Steamboat Willie, and I'll say / creation of Mickey Mouse.
That's very good.
That's where it started.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Walt always. I mean, that's one of Walt's quotes, right? That he always has out there. Is it all started with a mouse? And what I find amazing about Steamboat Willie is that ever since they're putting on Disney Plus right now, and my kids love it.
Really?
They love it. They would much rather watch that than a Pixar short.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm not brainwashing them or anything like that. But it's I mean, that's Mickey Mouse and his shoot off to stardom, and just the complete revolutionary thought of putting in a cartoon as a film feature. I mean, that set it off, right? I mean, it's got to be in there.
That's a great one.
Yep.
Look,
Yep. That's perfect.
Drop that rope in here. Wonder who that is.
Wow.
No,
Rob again. Hey, Rob.
Rob's back.
It's Rob's alter ego.
Yeah, Rob's second job.
Yeah, Suitcase into Dreams. Well, that was good. I didn't have that one either. And I'm actually, since already Magical Express was my number 10, so I'm going to pass over to you, Leanne, number 9.
I think going along with what Bob was saying about Disneyland, I think making Orlando a multi-park experience, 4 different parks, was a great thing that Disney did. I just love being able to go and have all those experiences at one place. I mean, you could spend
I had that on my list too, where just the idea to go and buy up all this property so they could do this multi-park, multi-resort, just genius, really genius.
Yep.
What were you going to say, Dean?
I was going to say I do kind of have something along that lines too. So go ahead, Dave.
Well, okay. So Leanne, when you're saying that, are you saying that you're basically counting this as the opening and creation of Walt Disney World Resort?
Yeah.
Is that how you would define it?
You're getting awful philosophical on me here.
Yes.
I'm just saying I like 4 parks.
The property acquisition and multiple transformation of orange groves to create a utopian paradise.
That's beautiful, Dave.
Thank you.
You're gonna make me cry.
I made myself cry too.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
We can end right there, Dean.
I know.
Yeah.
We're
Good night,
done.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Pleasure.
That's my number 1. That's actually my number 1. I'm kind of like spoiler, but yeah, Walt Disney World being built and then opened in 1971. That's my number 1, flat out.
Nice.
So yeah,
It's funny because I think we all tried very hard, knowing who we were dealing and going to be in this group with, to not get the same answers, but we're still getting them anyway.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right, Mary Ellen, number 9.
Okay. I am not doing it in a particular order,
That's
but
fine.
one of my favorite things is Walt's vision to, project into the future, to give, ideas at Epcot. I mean, that's my favorite park, to bring you the traditional experience of Americana, but then take you into the future. So, once upon a time, you had that area where, it was being sponsored by, AT&T or whatever, and they were projecting you into the future of what things could look like. And I really appreciated that vision and hope that they kind of bring that back, or, reboot that.
That's huge. That's huge for us, right, Dean? I mean, that's kind of that's what drew us into the whole thing, really.
That's it right there. I mean,
Mhm.
the loss of horizons, the loss of, well, I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah.
Yeah. I loved that part. You know, it's not really that much like that anymore, but I liked that from the past.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Dean, Kay Atwood is in the house, and we also have Stacy Rogers.
Stacy, Kay Atwood. Hey, how you doing?
Isn't he hizzy?
And
oh, that's so nice, Stacy.
That's very sweet of you, Stacy. Thank you.
One of our favorite moderators, that is for sure. She's the
Absolutely.
mods.
So what's your mug, Dave?
Oh, this is, I went with the classic today. Yeah, just classic Mickey Mouse. Now, this is from Walt Disney World, believe it or not. This is from like 1980 at Walt Disney World. So, yeah. That's hashtag mug of the top 10.
That's right. It all started with the mouse.
That's right.
Yeah, I see Ed says, take everyone to the land of dreams. The cast members do that for us. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's a good one.
True, Ed.
I think my next one, Dean, I think I'm the next person on the horn, right?
You are.
Is, and this rate's high, but I'll just throw this in now because it stands out, is the music loops that they do in the different areas of the park, you know?
I missed that.
Dadgummit, man. That's a good one.
I mean,
that's a good one.
That's a key to part of the experience when you're there. And what really gets me is when you move from land to land, all of a sudden you're kind of merging from one loop to another, and it just captures the essence of the land that you're heading into. So yeah, I think that they mastered that. And I keep trying to recreate it at my house. I got speakers around, you know, so when you walk from my front yard to the backyard, you'll transition to Frontierland, you know, and
that's awesome.
So,
it's true.
Hi, Stacy.
Good.
What up, girl? You know, here's the thing about that is, Dave, I should have done a top 10 mugs. Get this, Stacy. This is the only time Dean got lucky. He sends out an invite for this like a month ago, and so this is like the only time I'm like, oh, okay, I can get an extra live stream in. Yeah, I should have done that. So Dean, I stink at the live place, man. I don't do enough. I don't do enough.
You're the man. You are the man. You're the spokesman.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, man. Well, I was going to say, to add to Bob, you know, the thing about immersion that kills me is it took so long for other parks to figure that out. Why do you think that is? Like, how do you think they came up with it so early, you know, in terms of immersion and music? What up, Noah? And then like what, you know, and then finally, you know, in the 90s, you had other parks like Universal and even like the ones like from Cedar Fair and Knott's Berry Farm that, you know, they do it now.
Right.
I know. Yeah. I mean, they do it now, but they didn't for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you know where that concept came from? Just the idea of music for immersion?
I really don't. And, you know, and the thing is that Disney does so well is you'll go into another park or experience and they'll just throw any music on, you know, like you'll go into some place you're supposed to relax and they got some kind of hard rock. Now, I'm not saying anything against hard rock. It's just that's not the place for it. Where at Disney, it's always just seems to be the perfect loop for what you're experiencing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and A2 Noah. Hey, Noah, how you doing?
I had this on my list too. The whole immersion of the smells and the sounds and it just keeps you like you're in another place, another time, another.
Well, that's it, right? It sets up, you know, when we say like when you get into Magic Kingdom or you get in Epcot, whatever, or even like the resorts, you're in a Disney bubble, right? You're in a bubble. You're no longer in the real world,
right?
And that's what makes that happen. You know, like for my son for Christmas, he asked for a bunch of these different little waxes to melt for Disney scents because he just loves it. So we've actually had our house smell like what was it? It was Pirates.
Oh,
the
wow.
Yeah, that was
Cool.
good. That was
That's
very good.
cool.
There you go.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, Pirates has its own smell, right? Now it's not just the bromide water.
Well,
But
that's part of
It is
I
part
like
of
it,
it.
though.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like it conjures up that memory, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like we
All
got
right.
Carlos. Carlos is in the house. Hey.
Is Carlos there? Hey.
Disney
Right.
World freak. What's up, man?
Hey,
Great to
Carlos.
see ya.
All right, Dave.
My turn.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see. Like, you guys have like narrowed down. Like I'm down to like I have 3 off my list already. So let's see. Like numero 9 in I guess that's French. 9. Yeah, 9. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Oh.
Making that revolutionized animated movie filmmaking. It was, and here's the other thing too. Like, I thought about this as well. It impacted our nation's culture, right? I mean, it was such an impact on, you know, like when people went to work, it was, you know, hi ho, you know, it's off to work we go. And then you know, what was the other thing? What was it? Shoot. It's a Snow White song when she's singing.
Whistle while you work.
Yeah, that's it. Whistle while you work. I mean, that's what's really funny is that it actually gave people a concept of how to be joyful in their work, right? Right. I mean, that's pretty, you know, because I mean, you know, you didn't really hear about that back then. You know, I guess even in the 1900s, people were thinking, oh, he's whistling to himself. He's kind of weird, you know. They didn't really. They thought somebody was not really smart when they did that, but they were kind of emphasizing, no, you do that to give yourself joy, to give others joy while you work.
Mhm.
You know. So
Good one.
yeah,
That's one. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the one where, you know, it was really Walt making this huge taking this risk, and everybody told him you can't do a a feature, you know, animated, and he was right. Walt was
Yep.
right a lot.
Mhm.
he even liked it when they admitted that he was right. I remember him in an interview saying that.
He took risks.
Yes, he
Very
did.
good.
Did.
Hey, Stevie Lee's in the house. I was going to say, Stevie Lee, hello.
Hey, Stevie Lee.
Dean's having coughing fits.
Dean,
I'm
you're
sorry. Why don't Leanne, you do the next one, and then it'll come back to me.
Dean's got the beer bug.
Hey, Timothy Rainwater's in the house. Hey,
Hey,
Timothy.
Timothy.
Hey,
Rainwaters.
Timothy Rainwaters. How you doing?
Timothy Rainwaters, what's up, my man?
Great to see you, brother.
Okay, so my next one, in no particular order, is that I like how, and I don't know if they still, well, I know they don't do it now because of COVID, but in 2017, my family was picked to be Grand Marshals of the parade.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so
that's cool.
that was such a unique experience. They just make you feel like royalty from the time that they choose you that morning until the 3 o'clock parade. And then afterwards, you know, they give you these special pictures and these little special certificates as well. So I think that was just a unique experience, was being them choosing people for the Grand Marshals of the parade, making it a personal experience.
That's
That is
cool.
Mhm.
You know, now I'll say, to kind of add to that, it's not on my list, but you know, they stopped doing this, but I think it's every day. They actually play Retreat at 6 p.m. Lower the flag, and they
Yes.
actually present that flag to a veteran.
Wow.
That's cool. Okay.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty
That's
classy.
cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I'm not on mute, am I?
You're not.
Yeah, I can't believe you said that, Dean.
All right. Well,
that family friendly rating's done.
Yeah. It's gone.
when I had you. Come on. You're the bad boy of the world, if I remember right.
Yes, I am.
Yes,
All right. My number 9, I'll bet you, I'm just going to guess none of you have it, but if anyone might have it, maybe Leanne or Mary Ellen might, not sure. The Wonderful World of Disney. And that is the old Sunday night show. And I'll tell you, for me, that show totally, that was when I fell in love with Disney. Before I ever was there, understood it.
Mm-hmm.
They would have movies, they would have animal things, they would have documentary types, but then they would occasionally do things in the parks. And there was one where they had a cartoon and it showed Goofy driving a car in Autopia. But that Autopia to me looked amazing. And I said to my mom, can we go there someday? And I don't remember what she said, but we did. We went there in 1974. Bob and our sister Christy and I, with the family, we drove out to California. We spent one day in the parks, and it was truly magical. We had a fantastic time.
Now, didn't that come on Sunday nights?
Sunday nights, and
Because I remember if I was going to get to see it, I'd have to play like I was sick so I could stay home from church that night.
Nice. Want to say hi to Cynthia? Welcome.
Wow.
Ed, I'm not surprised you remember that so well. Ed, wasn't that awesome? I love that show. Bob, I'm sure you remember it too. Yes, Cynthia, Dave is behaving very, very good.
I don't know, though.
By the way, back when me and Dean went in 1970, was it 74? And I think it was, but they had, that's where the E tickets came, and the C and the D. And I remember our parents gave us this book of tickets. And so let's see, do we want Pirates of the Caribbean, or we could go on to, and I remember we went on Pirates of the Caribbean by ourselves. The first time our parents just let us run off, and we thought it was just glorious.
Best moment of my life. Bob and Christy and I running through the park without parents.
No supervision.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. All right.
I'm showing a little bit about that. I'm a young pup because I was born in 1974.
Man, you are young. Very young.
No, this is good because most of the time I feel like the grandpa around my church.
Just come around us, Dave. We'll make you feel good.
That's all right. It's like you guys are like my older brothers and sisters. I love it. It's awesome.
I'll take
Very
that.
good.
All right. See? Awesome.
Okay. This is like one of my top things ever is when they initiated the Hopper Pass. I during COVID during the summer, I was like, I will not go until they put that back in. And I was kind of fretful that they weren't going to. Yes, Ed, Dave is young.
Thanks, Ed.
And so
62.
to be able to go and spend, yes, you have to pay a little extra more than a regular ticket. But I mean, when my son and I went a couple of years ago, we literally hopped from park to park to park every day because we had a fast pass in this park and then we had a fast pass in that park. And, you just were going everywhere and you want to spend like the morning in one park and the evening in another park. It's just, means the quality of being able to do that is huge for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I know. I was like with Dean, you and Bob. That's something you guys treasure pretty hard with that. And I mean, we used to do that with my mom and dad when I was younger. I haven't been able to do that with my kids yet, but when we did that, it was the coolest part about that was when Hollywood or when MGM Studios opened, right? And then what we would do is we'd hang out at Epcot for half a day, and then let's go over and head on to the Great Movie Ride and Backlot Studio Tour. Okay, yeah, we got reservations back over at Canada. Okay, we'll head on back to Canada. I mean, that is like a really cool feature.
That is fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I think I've done a 4-park hopping day before, and that's a marathon. So, but it's fun.
Outstanding.
Next one I'm going to say is the concept of dark rides. I think I think that was created by Walt Disney, and I think, but I'm not sure. But just the concept of dark rides.
Small World, right?
What's
You
that?
think you think of Small World?
Yeah, it was. I don't know, that it wasn't really that dark, I guess, but
yeah, that one's not as dark, and that came from the World's Fair, where Walt created like 3 or 4 attractions for the World's Fair. Or
Yeah.
So-
was any of them dark? Carousel.
What are you
of
considering a dark ride, Epcot, Bobby?
yeah, Epcot, Bob.
Well, Spaceship Earth is a dark ride. Pirates of the Caribbean is a dark ride. Horizons was a dark ride. So anything so I think the concept dark just comes from the fact that there's sequences where it's dark and you're moving into a new scene, and then they kind of open up the scene to you. So that's kind of the idea. The Haunted Mansion, that's a perfect picture of a dark ride. So
yeah.
Well, how about the concept of a dark ride? I mean, Texas Takes actually kind of helped me remind the concept of a thrill ride and a dark ride. Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's a great example.
Perfect. Yep.
That's a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dave.
All right. You know what? It's like, man, I wish I had been with Bob on that, but I'm glad we got some different things on here. Because that's a great one. I almost wish I put that on there. But number 8 on mine, I think that and now I'm not going after one person per se. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to give Eisner glorious praises, but I will say that the starting the Disney Renaissance in the late 80s, from creating Who Framed Roger Rabbit to all the other timeless classics that occurred in the late 80s and early 90s. I mean, it literally went. They were hitting grand slams every time.
Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, and then it's like, well, they kind of tapered off, but then you got Pixar. Mm-hmm. When you started bringing in Pixar, so I'm kind of putting Pixar into that because I think that's part of one of the best things they ever did was integrating Pixar there. And introduce computer animated cartoons, and animated feature films like Toy Story. What was Monsters Inc. in the 90s, or was that after the 90s? I can't remember.
Yeah, Google it.
Monsters Inc. is by the way my favorite of all the Pixar movies.
That's a great one, man.
It's just so funny.
This is the one part that always cracks me up, and even to this day, because I've seen it 20 times, is where they're watching the Boo's in the restaurant, right? And they spot her, and they have the news reporter, and then they show this expert on TV. It's like, it is my professional opinion that now is the time to panic. And then Boo knocks the TV right then at that second. I bust out laughing every time. It's just hilarious.
And my favorite is when Mike Wazowski, who's the evil, the evil monster, comes up and he says, "You think this is about that prize?" And he's like, "I did think that, but now I'm thinking maybe."
Randall,
yeah.
Yeah. That was, just a lot of good one-liners in that one.
Good. I think I'm gonna tag on to that one if that's okay. And mine is, believe it or not, my next one. First off, I want to say we try our best to pay attention to the chat, and I really want to comment on this comment. F.
Agreed.
I don't know, but it
It's very
intrigues me.
profound.
It's a mystery.
Very profound.
It is a mystery.
I see we have
Very
Jane
cool,
N
so-
Travels and Zoe Wishing Mouse.
Yep.
Yeah. First off, I want to. Boy, where are they? Here's John and Nancy, Jane and Travels. They're an awesome couple. Big in the cruising community. They go live once a week at least, and they've been doing the top 10 excursions and vacations. So check out Jane and
Ooh.
and
got-
Zoe.
You've already, Gene. You have just sold me. I gotta subscribe to them because I'm interested to see what their top 10 excursions.
Hey,
are.
Zoe.
Yeah. And Zoe, of course, world traveler, staying at the most amazing places. Check out her channel. She's been going to some really cool places lately.
Yeah, we're jealous, Zoe.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Zoe. I'm not jealous of Alani.
We're
at
not
all.
jealous at all.
No.
Not at all. All right. Thanks, Ed, for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I know that.
Mm,
Yeah, that was a great one.
That's a good one.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, love that one.
Magical. And we have got Mouse Talk in the house.
Whoa,
What
hey,
up,
whoa.
Walt?
Hey, Walt.
Walt, Melissa, Walt, Melissa, are, obviously they're doing really well lately, going live in the parks. So don't miss their Saturday, Sunday morning walk in the park. Sometimes they go into the park, sometimes they go up to the hotels, and they're great live streamers. So, all right, I'll finally do it. Dave, mine was simple, and I this is one I do a 2-for-1. Disney bought Pixar and Star Wars. That's how I'm lumping that one together. I think those are both great purchases.
Mhm.
It just fits, obviously. So you covered it well, and I love Pixar. Almost all their films to me are amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna just stick with that for now.
Well, I love how that's a good point too. Like with Pixar, but also with Star Wars. There's we could debate about which Star Wars movies that have been good. But we without a doubt, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have had Star Tours. And Star Tours has been a classic ride that me and the kids have enjoyed.
Underrated. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
And now even especially with the original one,
Mhm.
with what's his name? What's his name? Who was the pilot? Yeah. It's killing me. I can't remember his name.
He looks like 3PO kind of, doesn't he?
Mhm.
He was and he was
Like Short Circuit.
Yeah. He looked like the dude from Short Circuit. Yeah. Somebody in the chat will probably bring up his name.
And these guys are bringing up the Marvel purchase too, which is.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You can't.
Yeah.
Marvel, yeah.
I mean, talk about smart. Star Wars franchise, the Marvel franchise. Very.
Question: what's the one company that they wanted to buy? One animated thing that they wanted to buy that they never were able to. Who knows?
Was it
Harry
DC?
Potter.
Not Harry Potter. What?
Was it DC Comics there maybe?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know they wanted to buy Universal one time.
But I'm thinking of something else. You'll appreciate it. They wanted to buy Charlie Brown. They wanted to buy Peanuts.
Oh wow.
Oh.
They could not. Schultz, or whatever his name was, Schultz, he would not do it. So
Because Schultz was still alive during that time, right?
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He would sell out to Disney.
He
Yeah.
didn't sell out. Wow.
Characters, they're at Knott's Berry Farm, right?
And actually, I don't know if Knott's Berry Farm has a contract now, but Cedar Fair has a contract with them. You go to Carowinds, we go to Carowinds near us, and we got the kids area is all Peanuts characters, and it's been really cool. I mean, like we get like plushes and coffee mugs. I haven't got a coffee mug from there yet. I need to but I mean, it's really cool because there's Campground Snoopy, and it reminded me of like Frontierland. It was immersive with the music, like Bob was saying. You feel like you're in another world, and you're just around all the Peanuts characters. It's really cool. Oh, should the fact that hired Jon Favreau? I'm gonna tell you what, Jon Favreau, he helped make that Star Wars deal a lot better. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that guy.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a great job with Marvel too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't he the producer for Mandalorian too?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. He's a producer, director, and he's even written a few of the shows.
Yeah.
Man is amazing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. It's 8:40, or sorry, 9:40, and we got a few to go here. So, Leanne.
Hey, we
what's
got
up,
Isaac. Hey, we got Isaac Nail in the house.
Hey,
Yeah.
Isaac.
Hey, I didn't see Isaac. Sorry.
Hey, Isaac.
all right.
Now.
Hey, Isaac.
Good to see you, brother. There he is.
Sorry, Leanne.
Okay, so jumping from what you guys are talking about with movies, I appreciate the fact, and I know this may be controversial to some, but I do enjoy Disney Plus, having that access to a lot of the Disney movies that, I don't have to go out and buy now. I can just stream them from my television set. And that's one thing my teenage daughter, well, she's 21, not teenage anymore, made the comment about. She said, Mom, it's so much easier to just have Disney Plus than to have all these DVDs, sitting everywhere. And so it's been enjoyable to be able to watch Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Where would you say, would you rank that one, or it's just in your top 10?
It's probably on the lower end. It's not a real big plus to me, but it's a plus.
Yeah, Ed, I'm just covering up
there you go.
all my junk I got piled back there. So he was commenting on my Tetris-like background, but it's just covering a pile of stuff that looked pretty messy. So that's my cleanup job for the stream.
It's a cover-up.
Bob, what's funny is it kind of reminded me, it's like Bob's got his own little version of a launch control capsule, where he's got his little bunk right there. He's got his command center in front of him.
I like that.
If I turned the camera around and showed you what I had over here, you'd know I'm a nerd.
He's in the man cave.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, Mary Ellen.
Okay, my next one is their ability to not only entertain you and immerse you in things, but wildlife conservation while having you walk through Animal Kingdom Park. And yes, it's just one park, but I don't think you find that at too many places, no parks. I mean, I guess you could call SeaWorld maybe animal conservation in some way, but they do it to another level I've seen it on Disney Plus, that show that they show all the different animals and how they rescued them and how they're rehabbing them and, continuing their species and all that other stuff. I think that's unusual that they take such care and not only care, but help further the animals and the world. And you get to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Walt was big on that, on the conservation stuff. He was, it wasn't Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, but it was kind of like that, where he had little documentaries of animals and their environment.
Right.
Groundbreaking documentaries.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool.
That's a good one. All right, Bob.
Okay. I'm going to drive down a little more, and I'm going to say the monorail. I know that's maybe doesn't seem too big, but to me, the monorail, and it's not just the transportation it provides, it's just the seeing it go through the loop at Epcot. It's just, there's something cool about that. So
it's a really cool site.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, you hear so many of the live streamers talk about how they missed the monorail at Epcot. I thought, wouldn't it be a great photo opportunity for Disney World to just take the monorail out and park it? I know they probably can't get the person off of it that drives it, but if they could just get it parked in a prime location there where the Epcot, spaceship Earth is, and just have a great photo opportunity there.
I volunteer to drive it there and stay there for the rest of my life.
You just live in the monorail for the day.
Thanks, Ed.
Deliver food to me, and
Bob, I tell you that would be my ideal retirement job. So yeah, you and I just take shifts, man. We can do it. We can do it.
Let's do it.
Very good.
You know, a cat is it Cat Cressida on Twitter? I may be butchering her name. I've been following her on Twitter lately. She does a lot of Disneyland posts, and she did a post this morning about the monorail. She even had the little what do you call that? The announcer, the spiel, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the tour spiel on it. And it was revolutionary for Disneyland, to go through a park like that. And man, I look at that and I'm sitting there going, there is no other place that thought of that first.
Mm-hmm.
It was there. And to this day, people still love it, right? And Isaac Nail, thank you very much. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
Very good,
that.
Dave. I can't get to the end of that without screwing up.
Oh, I had to work a long time on getting that last Spanish part down.
It's just kind of like, por favor, blah, blah, blah.
Por favor. It's a tongue twister when you say it.
Tried out for it. Just say this line, Mr. Ice. Sure. Just stand clear of the monorail. Por favor. Then
Montega C. What?
Wait a minute. All right. Whose turn is it?
Oh, it's mine. I'll keep it real simple. I'll keep it real simple for number 7, and this is only because, and I'll tell you why. Donald Duck.
Oh,
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
The reason why I put him on the top 10, I said, okay, I had Mickey in number 10, right? He had to be there. The reason why I put Donald Duck in there is he was what I call the everyman's cartoon. Like, he reminded us of and helped us to poke fun at all the issues and dumb things that we do and the dumb things we say and our tempers and everything like that. I say that's one of the best things, because if you look at like Warner Brothers with their Looney Tunes, they got like guys who are crazy, like Yosemite Sam, but you can't really like relate to him. And then Daffy Duck, he's kind of like he's a loony. He can be loony and he can be a jerk, but Donald Duck you could totally relate to,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can, or at least I can.
Yeah.
That's Road Trip Dave's spirit animal.
Yeah.
Amen.
Stacy's asking me, when did they put the bathroom on the monorail? Yeah, Stacy, they need to do that.
Well, brainer.
And a little bedroom. And
Bob, that sounds like an engineering job for you. You need
That's
to.
right.
I would love to
in.
do it. I would love to do it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Cynthia, I knew that. I saw that Donald was missing from Three Cobbit. What's the deal? Big news.
Oh gosh, don't get me on another
I saw
rant.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had Jose drunk from all the tequila in Mexico. Now they have Donald doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You got to put those birds in rehab, man. Come on.
All right. Donald Duck. Very good one. All right. I'm going to go. Time for an homage to food. All right. Now, I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
pick out 2 places that I love, but it's really just the way Disney does food, and largely Epcot, but actually neither of these places is Epcot. I put Ohana's and Sanaa's. And the reason I wanted to get my couple of my favorite places in on one, but it really just is about how Disney does food. It's so fun. At Ohana's, if you're there at the right time, you can see the Magic Kingdom fireworks. They pipe in the sound, that breaded pudding in the end, the meats, my goodness. So I am a foodie, and there it is.
Food is big.
Sanaa's.
Nah, it's awesome.
Sanaa without an S. Thank you.
Zoe said that the Donald's Duck's hat sitting on the stage was the saddest thing I remember seeing that.
Oh no! I'm glad I have not seen that.
Oh,
What's that?
See, Disney's about to have. I'm about to go on another rant.
oh
I see.
no.
Looks
I
like
wonder if
Kelly
we'd make it through the stream.
Let's say hi to Kelly. of the Mickey
Kelly, how you doing?
Kelly.
Me and
Kelly's in
Dean
the house.
Me and Dean got to meet Kelly. When was that? Last
did. It was a
Last year
two-time.
sometime, so it
Yeah.
was great.
Kelly, she is awesome. Her daughter Taylor, we had a good time.
We met Taylor too. Yep, the Mickey
Yep.
Bunch. So
Carlos is saying, I like Donald over Mickey, yet I have 3 Mickey tattoos and no Donald. I'm a Mickey, Donald tattoo.
So maybe so should I challenge Carlos for this year to get a Donald tattoo?
I think you should. Only
It's
if you do it yourself.
You know what? No, oh no.
yes,
This will
Stacey,
surprise people.
I've been watching eBay. Stacey pictures me buying a monorail, and yes, I picture me doing that too.
Bob would do that. Yes, he would.
It's almost like I should do it like a subscriber race or something like that with Carlos to see like, okay, like if I can get 2,000 subs within like, 3 months or something, he's got to get a Donald Duck tattoo. If I don't, then I got to get a tattoo.
Perfect.
Yeah, good call, Carlos. Garden Grill.
Garden Grill is awesome. Coral Reef is good.
Going Grill, excellent.
I don't mean to divert, but Bob and I took a trip down once, and the first place we ate was at Garden Grill the night we got to Epcot, that first night. And I remember sitting there, and I told Bob, I said, I'm so happy. I don't even know what to do. I'm so happy right now.
Awesome.
We had this smile on our face that you just could not remove.
It was amazing. And Zoe's right. The bread service is the whole thing right there at Sanaa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Agreed.
All right, we better move on. I think, Leanne, it's your turn.
It's my turn. What number are we on now?
We are on, who knows, 6, 5?
I'm on 5, technically 4, because I've already got my number 1 done. But.
Okay.
Really? Because I want
Yeah.
to save my number 10 for last. So let me see here. I'm going to say that playing off of Bob on the monorail, I like the whole transportation system of Disney.
Mhm.
I mean, there's times that my husband and I, when we go, especially when we're by ourselves, there might be days that we don't even go in the park. We just ride the boat around Wilderness Lodge and, Disney Springs, or just the different modes of transportation, just soaking in that atmosphere. I don't know. To me, even the Disney bus that comes and picks you up at your resort and takes you to the park, I just enjoy that transportation system. It's just a big part of Disney to me. And I think it might be because our very first trip, our girls were young, and just seeing their faces the first time we got on that bus to ride to the park, and they was seeing all the Disney advertisement in the bus. And so I guess it may be some sentimental things, but I just really enjoy the transportation. I haven't got to ride on the, what do they call it? It's not the Skyliner. They call it something else.
No, it
Do
is
they call it
Skyliner.
Skyliner?
It's a Skyliner.
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't sure what they call it because I haven't got to be on it yet, but
Yep.
I just like the various ways to get around the parks.
Skyliner was definitely on my list. Probably yours too, Dean, right?
It's number 4. Yeah.
Oh wow. See, I haven't ridden it yet.
Skyliner ahead of monorail.
It is.
Just as far as transportation, it's really a wonderful mode of transportation.
Dave, it blows my mind. I think it has transformed Disney World. I'm not kidding. It's that cool. It's
Mhm.
that,
Really?
yeah.
I haven't ridden it yet either.
In what way do you think it's transformed Disney World for you guys?
So first off, if you're staying at a place like Pop Century, it's like walking out your door and getting on one of the most fantastic rides you will go on at Disney World. And
Mhm.
it gets there so fast. It's
Mhm.
Oh wow.
fast
Yeah.
it is. And it's a private little thing. I mean, you might be with 8, 10 people at the most, but
Mhm.
it's not like monorail where it's a big production to get in and out of it. It's just in and boom, you're going.
Mhm. No, that's wonderful. It was a great idea.
We plan to ride it this year, Lord willing.
You got to. Who are we at? I think, is it Bob?
There we
No.
T-Town.
Mary Ellen?
Town.
Me.
Sorry, man.
T-Town.
Okay, I'm going to go with the live entertainment, and I don't mean just the music, but the Grand Floridian Orchestra, Yeehaw Bob, the street players in Hollywood studios, just the all around ambiance of walking around and all of a sudden, whoa, there's somebody doing something, or you make that your destination. You go to one of the resorts to watch them entertain. It's just, it's unique and it's personal, and it's just, I think it adds a lot. I know it's not happening right now, but I'm sure it'll come back.
I'm hoping they'll find a way to bring those people back. The Lion King is coming back in the summer. The Lion King Circle of Life show.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But I mean, like the like some T-Town, some of the other ones, like the ones that I always loved was the luau performers. I mean,
yes.
so authentic. Just
yes.
I really felt like if I ate at the luau, even if I wasn't staying in the Polynesian, if I was we just went there for dinner and just enjoyed the luau, I felt like I had spent an evening in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
It was that good.
Good one.
Yep.
Bob.
So what's next? I see Ed said Skyliner's a ride of its own, and I think that's kind of what it's. You could just go there and ride the Skyliner and feel like you've done something.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I drive down to particular rides? I'm going to say the People Mover.
I did not have that one.
Oh,
I didn't either. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Dean, we did the great people. Yeah, there you go. We did the great TTA convergence. Remember that? And everything was centered on the people. So
the People Mover. I can't believe I didn't have that on my list. It should have been.
What's the worst thing that Disney has ever done, Zoe?
I think it was what you were saying, removing the shows. I'm not positive.
Oh, yes.
yeah,
sorry.
she says about Yeehaw Bob not coming back too, which is too bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Bob Jackson. Yep.
Yeah. Yeehaw Epcot Bobby is coming though. And,
He'll be back.
I didn't know I was getting my own show. Awesome.
I want to see Bob get up on the piano, and I want to see you wearing those overalls too, Bob.
You're gonna have to shave your head though.
Yeah. You keep your hair. Yeah, absolutely. Keep your hair. Treasure that, man.
As long as I can. Let's see. And Ed says Wedway is my favorite. Yeah, that's what it was called, right? The Wedway People Mover back in the day.
That's right.
Yep.
That was cool.
Oh, and Zoe's bringing up the fact that's right. We rode TTA. Remember that with
Zoe.
Way back at Great TTA Convergence. So yeah, that was fun. That's where we first met her.
That's right.
That's awesome.
All right. People Mover's great. Road Trip Dave.
All right. I'm going to keep this as brief as I can. I wrote a lot of bullets on this one just because this one, I think one of the best things that Disney did was they permeated the culture. And as I'm not trying to get all philosophical or anything, but really in the 50s, I would say I probably should have included the 40s on this too, but the 50s and 60s, what I would consider the grand period of Disney animated and live action movies. I think that was like the most classical era ever. And I think they hit nothing but grand slams. Okay. Check out the list. I did the 50s and 60s. I'm just going to do a quick list. This isn't all of them, but listen to in the 50s, Cinderella, Treasure Island, Peter Pan, 20,000 Leagues, Davy Crockett, Lady and the Tramp, Johnny Tremaine, Old Yeller, Sleeping Beauty, and I'm just cutting like 20%. 20%. In the 60s, Swiss Family Robinson, Absent-Minded Professor, The Parent Trap, Sword of the Stone, Mary Poppins, Follow Me Boys, Jungle Book, The Love Bug, 101 Dalmatians.
Amazing.
Wow. I mean, they were American culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
During that time, and I just, will they ever get back to that? I mean, I don't know, but that was definitely that's why they made the top 10 in there, because I mean, they impacted the culture for 25, 30 years, just about.
Yeah. Boy,
Okay.
when you put that all together, it's like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's the thing. I was going through and I was like, I know this is the time period, so let me check out I went to their movie list on Wikipedia, and I'm going through it. I'm going, holy cow! This whole period is just. I mean, I have all these movies on DVD or Blu-ray because I want to keep those and pass them down to my grandkids and my great grandkids. You know.
That's awesome. Mary Poppins is the first movie that Bob and I ever saw, and very magical for us. All right, guys, this is the way I'm going to do it. We've come up on an hour. I don't know how long you're able to stay, but I'm going to summarize all of my left except for number one. And so on my next turn, I'll do my number one. You can do that as well if you'd like. A lot of them you've already said. I had number 6. I had the Land Pavilion, and Bob wanted that.
How did I not put that on there? Oh my god!
I did too.
Yeah, you did too.
Yeah.
Mary Ellen, we think a lot alike, and just walking up to that. In fact, I remember you live streaming from there. I remember that. Yeah, and walking into the land, Bob. You get everything. You get the airiness of the building. You get the soaring and living with the land. Is there. You got the seasons smell and the smell.
Yeah.
The garden grill too.
And the garden grill. I mean, that is my favorite pavilion for sure. And so I put the land, that was number 6. I like you guys. I put Illuminations as one. Illuminations is definitely for me, and obviously Epcot Forever. I like it. I think Illuminations was better. Skyliner. I did put Horizons. I know we're going to hear that from a few people.
I had that one.
Yeah. And I put Project X as number 2, which is really the secret project to buy up the land at Florida and how Walt went about that. So there you go. I just did a dump of everything up to number 1, and I'll do that next time. So
all right.
Leanne.
Okay. One that you guys probably don't have is the well, it ties in with the culture of Disney excellence. And that even goes with their travel agent program. Even though you're not technically an agent with them, they still invest in you and give you this training to help you better sell Disney. It's called like the Disney College of Knowledge, something like that. Which I just appreciate their training aspect, their customer service skills, their just the whole culture of excellence. Where else can you go and eat off the top of a trash can at any other place? I mean, I'm very picky, but you can go into a Disney park and I feel totally comfortable having my food sitting on top of one of their trash cans. It's just, it's just a Disney difference. And, so that was kind of on my list. The Magical Express, T-Town, Mary Ellen hit it earlier. Another thing that we don't often talk about is the Disney contributions, what they give to charity and nonprofit organizations. And I was looking up in 2019, they gave over $338 million to nonprofits. And so I don't know how 2020 is going to be because that was a weird year, but in 2019 they did a lot of giving. And I know that even during the very beginning stages of the pandemic, they I think emptied out their restaurants and kitchen food and took it to a lot of the shelters around to make sure that the food was being used and just wasn't going to sit there and be spoiled. So that's basically all I have except for my last one.
Nice.
Okay, you two hit upon, some of what I was going to say. The cleanliness that, I would totally eat off one of the trash cans also. And, using the produce and living with the land to use within the parks, so that you're not like you're creating your own product and you're using it throughout the parks through the hydroponics. And then the ability for them to entertain all ages, from taking your grandma with you to taking a toddler. You can find something for all ages to do in any park. People think, well, they say, well, why are you going? Isn't that just for kids? And I'm like, no, there's something for every age.
They don't. Yeah, people don't get that.
No.
It's and what kills me about that is you go there. It's like, come on now. Do you really think that the kids will get as much detail in everything as, you know? There's no way. The kids don't even see half the detail. It's for the adults.
Right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up to where my number one is.
Awesome.
Zoe said something about happily ever after, the best thing. And I have to, I mean, I'm an Illuminations guy, right? I mean, I tried to model it, but I have to say happily ever after, very impressive too. I like it better than Epcot Forever for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Harmonia. So anyway, let me just go through my list down to my number one. These are going to be, oh, by the way, my favorite trash can to eat off of is JN27B3. Is that yours too, Dean?
27B?
B7 isn't bad either.
To the AR 950 series, have you?
I've seen those, and I need to do that.
Oh my word!
I'll try that next time I'm down there. And okay, I'll put it on quickly. These are going to be Epcot related, so
surprise!
As we're driving down, Epcot is coming to the. I love the fact that they didn't do the Epcot City like Walt had originally envisioned, but I really like what they did. The idea to do Future World and a World Showcase. So the whole reason they did that was to create a World's Fair. You know, that's what the World's Fair was. It was a technology section, and then it was a cultural section with all the nations that came in. So brilliant. Great job. And the fact that they brought a geodesic, is that how you say it, dome, as the center point was brilliant, because even no matter what's in there, I love the ride Spaceship Earth, but just the fact that that's sitting there is like, what could you do that? I mean, they're probably thinking we can't do another castle-like thingy, so what can we do to make it stand out? Great idea.
Name any other icon that looks like that.
No,
I know
there is none in the world.
Yeah. That is just an iconic thing. And what's the other one? Okay, I got to get Soarin'. Soarin' was brilliant. We tried to recreate it, right, Dean? So obviously,
Bob, you were the genius behind it. Minicot.
That's a great video. You guys need to look that up. Their soaring video.
I wish we would have done it. We did it back when there wasn't that good of phones and recording equipment, and so. But
you're gonna have to rebuild it and shoot it again.
I think we do. Yeah. I have to also fit in Rise of the Resistance because it's it's incredible. So that and it's my second favorite thing that they've ever done. So I have to add that too. And but it's Stacy, Bob, don't you mean the giant golf ball? Yes.
Yeah.
The giant golf ball.
It is an amazing golf ball.
It's it's like like I say, it's iconic. So anyway, so that drives down to my.
We're on
one.
Your number one, Bob, and I'm willing to take $1 million bet right now with anybody.
You know me too well, and I think probably a lot of people would guess this one too. So
that's okay. We'll keep it a secret. Dave,
you know what's interesting about you guys is that y'all got a lot of specifics, and I guess I was like seeing more big picture, but it's really cool to see what you guys truly treasure, specifically for your top 10. I mean, these are all awesome that you guys have been saying. I'd say like I got 4, 3, and 2 basically. So my number 4, I don't know if you guys have ever been on it, but Disney Cruise Line. I think it is the fourth best thing that Disney's done. The reason why I say that is, okay, I've only ridden it twice, but in 2002, and it was because, I guess it's because of 9/11 was a little bit more affordable. But our family went on a 7-day cruise.
Wow.
Guys, I still have the mug from 2002 for this thing. It was one of the best vacations, the most relaxing vacations I have ever had.
Wow.
I was so relaxed one night. I'm basically on the top deck watching the ocean and the stars, and it's all warm because it's the Caribbean in June, and all of a sudden I wake up 3 a.m. I fell asleep for 6 hours on the lawn chair outside.
Oh, nice.
I remember thinking, I was like, boy, I was super relaxed. I literally could have just slept there the whole night. In the morning, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee now. You know, I mean, I almost did that. But I was
Did
like,
your
no,
wife not miss you?
I was gonna say,
No.
did nobody miss you?
That was the thing. I was single during the time. I was with my mom and dad and my brother-in-law and my sister. So my mom and dad, they were asleep. They didn't care.
He fell
But,
overboard.
Yeah. I guess they figured, like, if they didn't hear any bad news, they didn't care. You know, it's all good. The number three, and this is kind of tied into Disney World, but I think during the late 80s and early 90s, again, not only was Disney doing a renaissance for film, but I think one of the best things that they've ever done was when they truly expanded Walt Disney World. They they added during that period Caribbean Beach, Grand Floridian, Beach Club and Yacht Club, Dixie Landings and Port Orleans resorts. And then they added 2 parks, Typhoon Lagoon and Disney MGM Studios. And you know what? You could even tack Animal Kingdom there in the end in 98. I mean, I think they did it was very smart of them to do that, to add gates, because the other parks are starting to become crowded. I think they need a 5th gate now, but and then number 2, this kind of ties into Bob, what you were saying, and Dean and Leanne and Mary Ellen. I mean, Epcot. Yeah. Epcot is a different theme park altogether. Nothing is like it, and it's such a cool experience. When it was created and built, I mean, yeah, it was different than what Walt originally did, but I mean that it's number 2, flat out.
Yeah, that was my number 2, by the way. It was Project X at Epcot.
So yeah, I mean, I would include like what you guys were saying with the land, right? I mean, I would include all the pavilions.
All right. And for Dave to get that relaxed, I mean, this man somehow derives caffeine from water. So
caffeine is in my blood.
That's true.
All right. Number 1. So I guess I should have thought about this, but anyway, so here we go. Number 1, and this is me. I am very passionate about this. I'm going to start crying right now. Okay. Walt Disney I'm going to guess in the 30s, I probably should have looked it up, went to deliver Oswald the Rabbit to some guy in New York, and I think he was living in Kansas, and he gets up there and finds out so, all right. So Disney gets to New York, and he finds out this guy not only finagled the rights to Oswald the Rabbit, but hired all of Walt's employees, all of them except for one.
Wow.
And what did Walt do? Here it is, number 1 moment of all history, Walt Disney World. Walt gets on a train, pulls out a piece of paper and a pencil, and you know what happens from there. He had lost Oswald the Rabbit. He sketched out, as somebody pointed out earlier, Morty the Mouse. and his wife later said, rename him Mickey. To me, that is the most influential moment, because what Walt showed us is that he wasn't going to get into the lawsuits and into all the crap that would go with the other thing. He pushed ahead, and look what came from that one drawing. So
It's amazing.
Pen to paper is my number one answer.
Wow. That's profound, man.
I got caught up with myself, didn't I? Sorry.
No, that was awesome.
It's okay, Dean.
Yeah.
The take, Dean.
Yeah. I'm going to edit this part out.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you.
I forgot he controls the switch.
That's awesome.
All right. We are moving on. Leanne.
No, that was really good, Dean.
Yeah, that was good.
And I feel very superficial for what I have to say right now after that.
Was it food?
But I am thankful for Disney merchandise.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
if you think about it, that is a wonderful thing in my book. I mean, my house, my husband may not appreciate it so much, but my house could be a Disney museum. I love Disney items. They just make me smile. They make me happy. On my desk at work, I have little Disney figurines. Everybody kind of knows me as the Disney lady, but I truly enjoy the Disney merch, just like Dean's little people mover right there. It brings a sense of just a smile and happiness. And so I think they did a good thing with all the different Disney. I know they're making money off of it, but it's also bringing me some happiness. And I usually shop the clearance sales at that. But I'm going to put in a shameless plug here. Check out T-Town Mary Ellen and I stream this Sunday at 2 Central Standard, no, 2, it's 1 Central Standard Time, 2 Eastern Time. We are going to show our top 10 favorite Disney merchandise pieces.
That we own.
Yes, that we own,
Cool.
or that we bought, or somebody gave to us. It's going to be, I think, a pretty neat stream.
Well, I think, Leah, I mean, the cool thing about that is, I mean, you're bringing some, like, the memories, you're bringing some of the pleasantness, the happiness. You can take it home with you, right?
You wouldn't have your Disney mugs.
That's right. That's exactly right. I would not have this guy right here.
That's right.
I think Jenna would agree with you too, Leanne, because she's a merch
Yeah.
person. She actually converted me into a merch person, and I was like the anti-merch, but she does it so well that you just can't help but like it.
Thank you, Zoe.
Yeah. Now we will transition over to Mary Ellen. How about number one?
Okay. Again, I never did this in a particular order, but my last one is the bringing about of the Fast Pass, so that you may be not able to ever get on this one ride, but you're able a few months out, book yourself on the ride that you haven't been on yet, or didn't want to wait in line for 2 hours to get on. And so to me, it kind of helped you with the flow. It helps with the flow and gets you onto certain rides that are so popular that you wouldn't be able to get on otherwise.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yep.
Now, Leanne, and I'm sorry, Mary Ellen, would you say that you prefer the Fast Pass from old with the paper or with the Magic Band?
I like the Magic Band.
Okay. That's awesome.
I like the paper because you could get more than one for a headline attraction. When they went to the automated Fast Pass, you could only pick, one top line and the other one. So
That's true. That's true.
What's funny is I remember when Test Track was first opened, and I remember my dad and I were at Rope Drop for Epcot, and we're at Future World, and we're like, ready, set, go, and we're literally I sprinted with everybody's ticket in my hand. It's like I'm trying to get the fast pass for Test Track. I miss those days.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I kind of agree with you. I think the old one is probably better because you're right, Bob. You know, you could do multiple high tier ones.
Yeah.
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 Missed that.
Stacy said that you could easily do a top 10 of Disney merch. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of what we're going to do on Sunday for
Yep.
us, for ourselves.
All right. Who are we at? We are at Epcot Bob now.
Do you have a guess, Dean?
You'll know-
if you can maybe dream it,
You might be able to do it.
you might be able to do it.
not what I thought it was. I thought it was N473. Okay, well,
Sorry, Horizons was the best thing they ever did.
Yeah. Better than Rise of Resistance, Bob?
Yes. Mhm.
Yes.
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 Rise is incredible. It's like apples and oranges, right? You know, I mean, Rise is much more technologically advanced, much more immersive. But I think Horizons is what really, I guess, you know, that's the first thing I experienced at Epcot, and it was just like I'm hooked from that point on. And I think one of the things that we've talked about it is, so you have rides that are impressive, you have rides that are thrill and they're fun, but you have very few rides that actually inspire you. And to me, that's what Horizons did. It inspired, and it was cool. So yeah, I'm a Horizons junkie.
So I had been to Epcot the year or two before he was, and I convinced him to go down, and I knew it was the wrong order to do it, but we went on Horizon first, and he walked in to the entrance where the sign was, and he went, "Wow!" And
That's cool.
anything.
I was so overcome. It was like, you know, even the doorknob, you know, like. So.
What?
Bob do too.
Yeah.
Right, Rob. Horizons.
Horizons. You know, one of the things that I always remember about that ride is it's not just the smells. It was the music, that just this, I like the soundtrack of the ride itself was just awesome.
Yes.
Yep. I love that. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed, Stacy. If they had Horizons, almost, you know, could fit into, you know, definitely could fit in Tomorrowland too. And we've talked about an updated version, how we would do it. And I know Zoe said that Journey into Imagination's inspiring. To me, I'm not a big Journey into Imagination fan, at least not the current one. So I told Dean, when I ride it, I don't even look at what it is. I just imagine how they could make it a Horizons 2.0. Right. You know, so each point they could put this scene, they could put that scene, they could put this scene.
Yep.
See, I think that's what they're lacking. I think they're lacking that futuristic aspect like Horizons was.
Yeah.
I think that was just amazing. Just you're like, wow, that can happen someday. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just inspiring, I think.
And one of the things about Horizons is they said, and they made that point at the end, they said, what we're showing you is possible today with the technology they had. And that's where you're like, yeah, we could actually do that if we had the wherewithal.
Think about this, guys. What we're doing right now is what Horizons said we would be doing, with just talking to people across the continent, across the world. Right.
We just need little holograms of each other.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Well, I don't have you guys blown up on the 50-inch TV yet. So.
Thank goodness.
Nah, it'd be good. It'd be like it was like you would be really here in person rather than on a tiny screen.
I know.
Yeah.
Zoe, you probably weren't old enough to do Horizon.
You may not have been born, Zoe. I don't know.
They closed in 1999 for the last time. So.
It's a travesty. It was a travesty.
Yeah, I never did get to do Horizons.
All right, Dave.
All right. Numero uno. with a bullet. You guys are not going to believe this, but numero uno for me is Bob Chapstick. I think Bob Chapstick is an inspiration to every leader on the planet.
Dave's flipped. Mute him.
I thought it was going to be parking. It's not parking?
Praise Bob Chapstick for creating parking, for creating the parking rates and schemes. He is a brilliant man.
Totally agree.
Sarah, no, okay. For reals. No, it's flat out when Disney started going to Florida and checking out. Like you said, it was Project X, right? Right, Dean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Project X.
Walt Disney World Resort. When it was finally built and finally realized, I guess it's because from a personal perspective, I never really knew of a vacation place where you could. Rob's like, don't cause a riot. Too late. No, I seriously, when I was growing up, like I had been to other vacation spots, like, you know, our parents had taken us to the beach and they had taken us to a couple places like on mountain lakes and stuff like that. But when we started going there every year, it was just like, holy cow, I have no need to go anywhere else for a wonderful vacation to experience so many different things. Yes, Ed, I went there.
That's true, Dave. Ed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's new. It's number one because it actually created in me a sense of having a traditional place to take the family every year, right? Just our vacation home away from home, and that's right, man. Bad boy YouTube. I wear that proudly. But I mean, name one other vacation place that inspires that many people that they want to go, right? I mean, that's why they can charge an arm and a leg like they do, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, it's that's it. That's it.
Good night to Stacy. Stacy Rogers is leaving. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us,
Bye,
Stacy.
Stacey.
Still there?
Good night, Stacy. Remember,
Wow.
I said Bob Chapstick is awesome. He's incredible.
Oh yeah.
May his reign last 50 years in Disney.
Long live the chapstick.
I'm getting some kind of a message on my email. It's like copyright something lawsuit. Okay.
Libel. They're going to get us for libel now.
Good call, guys. These are great ones. I just wanted to say, and if I didn't say it up front, these four people are very close to me. We get to communicate with each other on the side. They've been great friends for a few years now, and so thank you very much for coming on the show. And I appreciate it.
Thank
It was a
you.
great
Hey,
time.
thanks for
Thank
inviting
you.
us, Dean. This was a blast.
Thank you.
I would like to do it again. And then what I would like to do now is just go around the horn real quick, whether you're live streaming, whether you do videos, just really quickly shout out your channel and anything you want to or what's coming up. And I'm going to put Miss Leanne up front and center. You're up.
Hey, I'm Sooner Girl Travels. I do a lot of different road trips. Just recently went to Sedona, Arizona. Have a lot of videos about Sedona. Love the place. I've had to find some other things to do since I can't get to Disney right now. But if you enjoy road trips and just different little humorous videos, check out my channel.
Yeah. Leanne is a great vlogger. Mary Ellen.
I have to say I'm more of a supporter than a creator, but I have done mostly just videos. I used to live stream a lot. Now it's more videos. I hope to pick up the live streaming. Leanne and I are going to try and do more. And I'm just doing it for fun. So, woohoo!
Yeah. Awesome. And now,
Mary Ellen's an awesome supporter. Awesome. Leanne, too. Really, all you guys are just awesome supporters of our community.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to put him on the spot because Epcot Bob is the genius behind Minicot. Bob, what are your plans?
Well, first of all, don't go to my channel. Don't subscribe. I don't do anything on it. Go to Dreamers Empire. Go to the Live Place. Go to Sooner Guild Travels, T-Town Mary Ellen, Road Trip Dave. So anyway, but yes, I get down there a lot because I have a kind of a good flight situation set up, so I can go kind of when I want. And I don't know. I bought an annual pass last year. We'll see if I renew it, but I'll be down there in a couple weeks again. So.
And Bob usually live streams, correct? Once or twice.
I'll try. Last time I tried it, it didn't work. So we'll see. We'll see if it works. But I'm going to try it. So anyway, so subscribe to all these guys' channels.
You're like Richard.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Well, guys, if you guys don't know me, I'm Road Trip Dave. I actually hang out with these brothers and sisters, just either on the chat or, when we text each other. It's just great to be on here tonight. I actually do live streams on the first Saturday and third Saturday of every month. It's RTD Live. I do post a few videos. I am in the middle of this huge project right now with the Gaylord Palms Resort Tour video. It's 33 minutes long, so it's a lot of voiceover work. So I'm trying to do all that. But that's what's coming up. Also, I am 10 subscribers away from 1,700. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, as I always say, choke slam the subscribe button for my channel, and make sure before you go, if you haven't done it yet on this video, to choke slam the like button for the Live Place. Dean posts a lot of our videos, a lot of our live streams on the Live Place, but that's when I go live. That's what I do. I do basically just family-friendly travel places, restaurants, beaches, mountains, theme parks, all sorts of good stuff. But subscribe to the Live Place, guys. Subscribe to this guy right here. He needs to get to 1,000.
Yeah. Main reason for that is so that Bob and I can use the YouTube app. We get frustrated by labs.
Exactly.
Please get him to 1,000.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Well, guys, thanks again. Just for the live. We're in the middle of this top 10 Collaboton, a whole weekend full of live streams. So definitely check that out. I go live on Monday and Friday mornings now, just to give a brief update on what's coming up in the live streaming community. So check me out there. And like to also, Road Trip Dave is one of my partners, and Rob Buzz out in the chat.
Partner in crime.
Yes, and Rob is doing some awesome premieres of retro videos. He's the retro king of YouTube, and he's also goes live. He's going live with Disney Dan tomorrow night. So check out Rob Buzz, and my voice is getting all choked up. Sorry.
And I want to say thank you to Candy Mom for subscribing to my channel, even though I said you didn't have to. So
yeah, thank you, Candy Mom. I saw you subscribe to mine too.
Cynthia, thank you. That was awesome.
Cynthia is awesome. Well, thank you everyone for showing up. It was good to have you here. Guys, stay on for a second, but I'm going to end the broadcast. And so thanks again,
everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you, guys.